guys, so today I have another squishy makeover fixing your squishies video. Last week I unboxed more squishies that were given to me by some of my awesome, generous, wonderful subscribers, and I asked you guys to comment to pick from those a couple squishy victims for today, and you did. So the first squishy that was highly requested was this little hamster, but he has a twin, aha! These were donated by two completely different people, but they just happened to send me the same exact squishy. They're long lost twins! Cute! Next, I saw a lot of requests for this massive French fry squishy. And finally, this squishy was actually unboxed in my first unboxing video. Oh yes! Yay! Places, everyone, it's showtime. Cool. So let's just jump into squishy roasting. Today's first victim is this giant French fry squishy because I feel like it most urgently needs help. I mean, it's literally crying. Also featuring this ghosting smiley face on the back, mocking its pain. And of course, let's talk about the most obvious issue with this squishy. Yeah, this rib, I feel like it may try to eat me.
I want to eat you.
It does have other rips and tears all over the place, but it's really nice and squishy, and who doesn't like a massive thing of French fries? So first...
I'm fries.
Okay, that's gotta stop. I need my trusty fabric fusion to silence this squishy for good. So I'm gluing his mouth shut and then rubber banding it to hold it in place while it dries. Now go ahead and sneeze on it. Great. Once it's dry, you can see that the rip is pretty well healed, but I still want to seal up all those little cracks, so I'm using some extra random fabric paint that I have and using it to fill in all those little cracks. Now for the painting. I thought about all kinds of crazy ideas for things to turn this squishy into, but I eventually decided that I just really want to keep it as French fries, so I'm painting over the fries with a similar color as before, but maybe just a little less fluorescent of a yellow. I'm using the matte fabric paint for this, which is my new best friend, and I did about 3 coats of that and it was good. So I'm gonna move on to the fry holder or whatever you want to call that thing. And for that, I just couldn't resist painting it rainbow. I'm sorry, it was just a prime opportunity. I just had to. By the way, I am gonna be adding an FAQ section in the description because I get a lot of repeating questions on these videos that I have answered before, but I don't want to make it too repetitive for the people who are here every episode and have already heard me say these things over and over again. So if you have questions, check and see if I answered it there, or just go back and watch all the previous episodes. I don't know, that's an option too. Back to the squishy. I did 2 coats of this rainbow because after the first coat it needed quite a lot of cleaning up, so I had to go back over it. I've been doing a lot of blendy rainbow recently, but I just went with some nice clean-ish stripes for this. I mean, they're hand painted, so they're not perfect. Anyway, after staring at it, I decided I kind of wanted to add a little shading or something to the fries, just so they weren't all one solid color, but I blended it out so much that it's really subtle, like super subtle, like basically invisible. But yes, here are the fries. I think this came out pretty good. It's simple, you know, it's a simple design, nothing too crazy, but it's rainbow, which you guys know I love, and also that big rip is now taken care of, so that's nice. You know, it's not the most dramatic makeover I've ever done, but I still really like it. Okay, next is this milk carton squishy, which has a cute little face on it. Oh, and on the back too. Wait. Why would it have 2 faces? It's like there are 2 beings trapped in one body. Don't know if I like that, but whatever. Other than that, I do like the design. A little bland for my taste, but it's cute. Even though it's pretty dirty and damaged and could use a makeover, I had no plan of how I could decorate this, so I ended up deciding to change it into something completely different. Ooh, suspense. First, I wanted to get rid of the texture that was on there to create a smoother surface to work with. So I took some random puffy paint and smoothed that over to get rid of the texture. After 2 coats of that, most of it was filled in. Now I'm taking a scrap piece of memory foam that's way bigger than what I needed and making thousands of little cuts and taking absolutely forever and wasting 80% of that foam to create a tiny little cylinder. Because I'm gonna turn this milk carton into a birdhouse. Oh. Well done, nice. So I'm going to glue on this little cylinder and secure it, let it dry for 30 minutes, and here is the little perch for our birdhouse. Of course, we gotta cover that in a thick layer of some irrelevant fabric paint to secure it better and fill up the little holes in the foam. When squishies have faces on them, I always feel like they're staring at me and like guilting me for what I'm doing to them. Now I'm breaking out some matte paint and I'm coating this whole squishy in a light yellow color. And I just keep going, coat after coat, trying to cover up all the random textures that are all over this thing. And now finally I'm gonna start decorating the birdhouse. I decided to go with some different colored wavy stripes that run all the way around. I guess this is the episode of stripes, I don't know. And I painted the roof in a nice light brown color. And just step by step I'm cleaning up that paint job, making it look more like a birdhouse, adding the little bird opening. And I did add like a wood grain kind of texture to the roof. I'm not sure how successful I was at that. I mean, I can see where I was going with this, but I'm pretty sure if I didn't tell you what it was, you'd be like, what is that? And for the final touch, I went on the front and added some tiny little stars just for some cute little details. And that's it. Side note, every time I paint a squishy, all the air gets trapped and makes it really impossible to squish. So I use a pin to stab the squishy and release some of the air. You can see the holes when you first poke them, but after like 30 seconds, the paint goes back and they're basically invisible. But the good thing is you have complete control over how slow rising you want the squishy to be. Okay, so this birdhouse is finished, but it's just really sad because there's nobody to live in it and it's just so empty and so alone. I must make a bird to live in it. So I grabbed a clump of foam and started snipping away. This is basically like an accessory for the birdhouse, so I don't want anything too detailed or too intricate. So like a little bird blob, you know? I coated that baby in a thick coat of white paint to seal off all the holes, and then I went ahead and made this into a little blue bird using the same blue from the birdhouse to tie it all together. And then I added a little beak and little cheeks and little eyes and little wings. Okay, enough with that voice. Here's the before and after. It's kind of weird to show the side by side because the front of the milk is not the same as the front of the house because they're on different sides of the squishy, but you get it. I think this is the first non-food or animal squishy that I've ever made or decorated, so that's exciting. And I'm so happy that the house has a bird and the bird has a house. The bird will never actually be able to go inside his house. I'm not even sure he could fit through there if it was real. But you know what? Let's not overthink this. He can fly around. He can sit on his little perch. Oh, okay, maybe not. Still cute though. And now for the hamster twins. They are the exact same squishy, but one of them has been colored on. They're actually not in too bad of shape besides a couple little rips, but nothing terribly shocking. They do have super cute little hamster bods. And oh, this guy's creeping in the background. Get out of there. But I don't think this solid orange color is really doing much for them. I think they could use some more more. For these, we have to break out the sandpaper. Make sure if you do this to cover your nose and mouth because I don't think your lungs would appreciate squishy dust. I went over this last time, but basically if the squishy is too smooth, the paint no likey. So you need to add some texture for the paint to stay on. It's not every squishy that's like this, just the ones that are like super smooth. So now with half of their skin sanded off, they're ready to paint. So I'm starting with some slick paint in the color grape, which I thought was very appropriate because I'm doing a peanut butter and jelly theme. For somebody who doesn't even like to eat peanut butter and jelly, I don't know why I've made now 3 peanut butter and jelly squishies, but I think it looks really cute. I just don't like to eat it. I actually like peanut butter and jelly separately. I just don't think they should ever be mixed. Like never. Ever, ever, ever. Anyway, this is the jelly hamster that I'm working on, and I'm painting it a light purple. Whoa, that color is so much darker when it dries. Look at that. look at that. I feel like purple paint in particular dries a lot darker. I don't know, maybe I'm making that up. Wow, my fingernails blend in perfectly with that purple. That's so weird. Like seriously, the exact same color. I'm fascinated by the simplest things. Okay, so now I'm painting on the white belly and the classic white hamster markings on the face. Oh, and a lot of people were saying they wanted me to make the twins into Chip and Dale, which I thought was a cute idea. That's jelly on the head, by the way. But the thing is, Chip and Dale are like the exact same design with just slightly different colors, and I don't know, I wanted to make them a little bit more different from each other than that. So I decided to go with a PB&J theme instead. And now it's time for the peanut butter hamster. I'm using the matte paint for him. I thought it would look nice to have the jelly hamster with the slick paint and the peanut butter hamster in the matte paint. So here we go with that nice light peanut butter color. And so yes! And after many coats of paint and love, this guy is ready for the details. And I want to try to make his body look like a peanut. So I added little crisscross stripes all over his body, but then when I cleaned them up, they got a little thicker. I felt like they were a little in your face. So I lightened the color and went over them to take it down a notch. And I'm glad I did because I think this ended up looking a little better. And again, I'm adding the hamsterness with the white details and giving him some nice peanut butter on his head. And yes, that is actual peanut butter. No, of course it's not. And here comes the face. Do-do-do-do. Here comes the face, and I say, it's alright. Okay, just ignore me. And yes, good catch. I gave him purple eyes, and the jelly one, peanut butter eyes. It's like the yin-yang thing going on, you know? And look, they're looking at each other. Aww. So, jelly is the girl, peanut butter is the boy, and they're just such a cute couple. Wait, are they a couple or are they twins? I don't know. I hope that you guys aren't disappointed that I didn't end up going with Chip and Dale, but I'm personally really happy with these. I love how they came out so much. Oh, okay, so they're a couple. All right, and no, that's not it. Surprise! I'm doing a bonus bun. Since I have so many of these little mini ones, I may be doing some at the end of the videos as a bonus. I won't be going into as much detail with the process as the other ones, but yes, there may be bonus squishies at the end, so watch out. I know a lot of people want me to do more squishies in each video, and so this is my absolute max, because as it is, these videos take about, I don't know, 30 to 50 hours to film and edit, and that's not including drying time or any breaks, so it's usually a full 8 or 9 days of me working on the video every day, and that's why these makeovers come out every other Friday instead of every Friday, because I still have my Monday video to do, and I also have my art and craft videos that I don't want to neglect. And just when you thought I was gonna make an entire video without sprinkles, ridiculous. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the many more episodes that are yet to come, and if you like these videos, check out my other craft and art videos as well, because I know a lot of people love the squishy makeovers, but my other videos have like a really similar style, so give them a chance while you're waiting for the makeovers to come out, and you may like them as well. Don't forget that I put a list of frequently asked questions in the description for you guys, so check it out, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye!